Look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Oh, look at that. This guy has a resemblance to Raziel. The wings, the friggin' weird-ass hands, and the Reaver as well.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
All right. We're gonna encounter some new types of enemies in here, so I'm just gonna go and Reaver kill them. Because, you know, everyone loves Reaver kills. I don't think we can suck these things' souls out regardless. You just gotta be careful that the Reaver doesn't become overly aroused, as it were, and start sucking away Raziel's health. Because that's a very distinct possibility. In fact, we're almost there now. I'm gonna turn the Reaver off just to make sure that doesn't happen. Let it calm down. I guess I could just run past some of these guys. I don't really need to pick a fight with everything I see. They don't seem to be too intent on following me. This place... Who's been lighting all these torches?
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel. Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, while it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here?
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die, for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Raziel seems to be caught between two very persuasive and very manipulative individuals, one being the Elder God that we have just talked to, and the other being Kain. Both had been Raziel's master at some point in time. But Raziel seems to be intent on following his own path rather than simply taking anybody's word for it that he should be doing what he's doing. Now, the information that Raziel is coming across has started to throw doubt on all the things he has come to believe. Now, he's looking at these murals here, and he sees these ancient beings with wings resembling what Raziel eventually turned into, a three-fingered, weird-footed dude with wings, and the blue skin didn't happen to him, or at least not until after he died, and all that kind of stuff. And it depicts a history of things that happened back at the back during the creation of the pillars. Although what had actually occurred is not terribly clear. What we can see is that the vampires... Ah, jeez, I just revealed that too. Okay, yes, yeah, these are vampires. These are the ancient vampires and the original vampires. They were warring with an ancient race of, I guess, sort of similar creatures to vampires. They had wings, they were magical, all that kind of crap. The vampires defeated them by erecting the pillars. Somehow that helped. But whatever had happened, the vampires had turned into bloodthirsty creatures as a result. And this one depicts the vampires drinking the blood of, I guess it's a deer. And boom! What do we have there? Birth of the Reaver. Boom! Well, actually the Reaver was in this picture too, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. So never mind, I don't know what the significance of that last picture is. Anyway, let's move on. Now the Elder God is down here, and swim down to that sumbitch. Raziel has learned, why he's known for a little while, that Mobius is in fact a disciple of the Elder God. And I mean, Raziel isn't particularly fond of this. I mean, even though the Elder God brought him back to life, gave him for the chance of vengeance, he doesn't like being manipulated, and that's exactly what's happening right here. Ah, fuck these guys. So, obviously, he's, whatever had happened to him, I mean, he's grown more as an individual, and I guess maybe seeing the, shit! I guess seeing what had happened to the vampires outside has sort of changed his mind a little bit, how they were killed not by any, not by any true, righteous cause, but instead by a sort of, I don't know how to describe that, but a sort of, oh, I guess I am on the other side. Violent desire to just kill the vampires, not by any kind of truly righteous cause or any. He saw it as slaughter, and then the words of Kain intrigued him, and he's sort of changing his. Ah, shit! He's slowly changing his mind, although he's not quite sure what he wants to do at this point. Alright, there's a soul up there. I can consume that. I guess now's as good of a time as any to end the episode, though, so I'm going to take care of that. Thanks for watching and enduring my rambling.